Welcome to Draftzone Recaps for PDBL Season 3. I'm Justin, aka Turtlecoat, and I'll be presenting our Week 8 standings and highlights. This concludes the regular season, and standings have been finalized in anticipation of playoffs next week. Starting with the Paldea Singles League in the Attack Division, the Las Vegas Duskulls end the season as the division leader, their Pokemon other than Diancie proving that they can carry their own weight. Following and tied for second in the division are the Cleveland Guardians with their huge Zarude sweep, and the Minnesota Lycanrocs with their Scizor piecing up the other team. Also in the playoffs roster from the Attack Division are the Liverpool Pokemon Club, the West Michigan Whimsicott, and the Montreal Malignants, all guaranteeing their spots during prior weeks. Lastly, joining all the above in the playoffs are the Moss Deep Marshtoms and the Pacifilog Pichus. The Moss Deep Marshtongs able to get ahead with their offensive Meowscarada. Over in the Defense Division, the Kalamazoo Kamalas end the season as the division leader with a 7-week win streak, their Ogerpon packing away the opposition once again. Following them into playoffs with guarantees from last week are the Fickle Fighters, Luna Bros Pizza, Crossbell Cabalions, and Pearl City Pincurchins. This week, joining the others in the playoffs are the Legends of Lapras, the Kamo Commanders, and the Chestnuts in Your Face, who took another game with Gliscor. Zooming over to our Speed Division, the Royal Beware Force finish off the season with a perfect record, their Palafin proving to us once again why it is the division's kill leader. Following them are the Encarta Escavaliers and the Gardevoir State Warriors, who were able to get themselves out of disadvantage with a well-timed Miracle. Also in the playoffs from last week are the Waikato Chestnuts and the Solar Wings. Joining the rest of the group in the playoffs after this week are the Ellesmere Eternal, the Granville Warhounds, and the Knoxville Groudons, who managed to obliterate some Mons with Lotus Dice Basculin. Moving on to the Regulation H League in the Attack Division, the Pacifilog Pichus complete the season with a perfect record, leading the division with their choice Scarf and Fernape getting key kills. Following with playoff guarantees from last week are the Chelseadra PC and Oops All Water types. Joining the playoffs roster this week are the Minnesota Lycanrocs, their Maushold bombing their way to 5 kills, the Mudkip Monarchs turning up the heat with Incineroar Ninetales, the San Antonio Slackoffs with their Volcarona absolutely on fire, and the Toronto Star Raptors. Sliding over to the Defense Division, the Fairfield Floatzels close out the season with a perfect record, the Ursaluna clutching Game 1 by a hair. Following and carrying their playoff status from last week are the West Michigan Whimsicott, the Kamo Commanders, the Fickle Fighters, and the Alaskan Bull Earthworm. Joining the others in the playoffs with their wins this week are the Horned Lions, their Lycanroc Dust executing Mons with close combat, the Demo Deoxys, their Custapberry Weezing clutching out Game 3 in the last turn, and the Sydney Piplups, their Pikachu electrifying the competition. Wrapping up with the Speed Division, the Bulu Boys finish in the lead, their Dondozo and Emboar pulling the kills, with their Torterra Terrapins close behind, their Annihilate filled with rage. Following them are the Granville Warhounds, who pull off a devastating Pelipper, getting 5 kills. Also in playoffs are the Solar Wings, the Twin Leaf Tatsugiris, the Alolan Air Riders, the My Little Makuhitas, and the Dire Decidueyes, who used their Ursaluna to secure their place in the playoffs. That has been this week's Draftzone Recap. Thanks to all the coaches for playing this season. This series would be nothing without all the plays you all made. For those in playoffs, I look forward to seeing what comes next, and for those who didn't quite make the cut, I hope to see you return in a future season. Check out these leagues at PokemonDraftzone.com for the full standings, matches, and replays. Tune in next week for playoffs, recaps, and highlights.